Hey, what's going on? It's Sunday morning here in my kitchen, and I wanted to film a quick video on kind of my nutritional philosophy and what I do with my clients so I can help them get results. I figured that this would be a good topic right now today because I have a little bit of time. I want to set up in a different area so that I can make this a little more casual than if I was in front of a whiteboard trying to teach you something. Where do I even start? You're trying to lose body fat, you're trying to lose weight, and there's so much information on the internet. That's the hardest part, is there's just so much noise. And I really do think people major in the minutia. They worry about things that don't matter. How many meals should I eat a day? Should I eat carbs past a certain period of time? Should I have carbs? Should I not have carbs? I thought fat made you fat. Should I have fat? Should I not have fat? I heard protein causes kidney, dysfunction, things like that. All that stuff can make it very difficult for you to actually lose weight. So I kind of want to just cover some of the things that I do with my clients, some of the things I do with myself, and some of the things I think are more important than others so that you have a better understanding of what you need to do in order to try to lose body fat. Now, before I even begin, it depends on where you are in this journey. Some of you might need to lose 10 pounds, some of you might need to lose 80 pounds. So it's going to be different per each person. And that is why when you do coaching with clients, it's going to be a little bit more specific than just some cookie cutter plan. And if anyone is providing you some cookie cutter plan, you got to walk away from that. That's not good, because what's going to work for you is not going to work for someone else. What's going to work for me is not going to work for you. So there's a lot of different things that go into it. That's why you actually need someone to take a look at your current situation and do what's best specifically for you. The biggest thing that I'll tell you guys is just have an understanding of energy balance. So every day you're going to eat something, every day you're going to move and reduce calories. You got to make sure that you're in a deficit day in and day out if your goal is to try to lose weight. Now, there's a lot of different ways to do that. Should you work out more and eat less? Should you eat less? Do you need to do more workout and eat whatever you want, or do you need to eat less and not work out as much? So there's a lot of different ways that you can tackle this topic, but at the very least, understand what maintenance calories are. So there's a certain threshold in your body where if you overconsume, let's say it's 2,000 calories, if you eat 2,500 calories, you're going to gain weight. If you eat 2,000 calories, you're going to stay the same. And if you eat 1,500 calories, you're going to lose weight. So your maintenance calories are kind of that middle point. It's not the most scientific number that is out there, but it allows you to get a good understanding. If you're consistent hitting, let's just say 2,000 calories for 14, 21 days, and you realize that your body is losing weight, then you know that you're in a deficit. If you're gaining weight, you know that you're in a surplus. So having an understanding of what maintenance calories are, and then from there, understanding what macros are. I've said it many different times. Macronutrients are your proteins, carbs, and fats. They're all going to do something different to you, but I really want to hammer home that you need to hit your protein numbers. Getting 110, 120, 130, 140, 150 grams of protein is not that hard. You just have to be willing to do it. And then from there, I don't major in the minutia. A lot of times people do, and it comes down to, should I eat the carbs? Should I not eat carbs? Should I eat past 6 o'clock? Should I not eat past 6 o'clock? All those different things don't matter if none of the things I just mentioned are in place first. So you could cut all carbs out after 7 o'clock, but if you had 300 in the morning, what difference does it make? So a couple things tips, I guess you could say. I'll film another video on this, but make sure that you're just drinking water, green tea, or coffee. I'm not a huge fan of drinking sodas. That's another thing, diet soda versus regular soda. That is straight up minutia right there. If you're trying to be in a caloric deficit, just don't drink any of it. It's not complicated. Just stick with the water, stick with the coffee, stick with the green tea. When it comes to protein, you should have proteins, carbs, and vegetables at every single meal. Post-workout, try to just have a protein and a carb source, avoid fat. If you are going to, what else would be 80% full, so stop eating when you're 80% full. Weigh your food so you have a better understanding of portion sizes. You don't have to do that forever, but when you start to weigh, your meats, when you start to weigh your starches, you start to see, how much 6, ounces of chicken is going to be and how it feels when you eat it, so that you then can start to eyeball, and it becomes easier as you get farther along in your journey. What else is important? Micronutrients, if you're eating 80-20 or 90-10, so 80% of the time you eat clean, or 90% of the time you eat clean, and 10% you're dirty. If you're eating enough greens, you're gonna get plenty of your micronutrients. That would be your vitamins and minerals. Supplementation should be kind of at the very top, or the least important thing that you need to worry about. If you do take supplements, I'm just a huge fan of protein powder, fish oil, probiotics, and then vitamin D I think is really important. All the other sports performance supplements have at it, but it's, once again, you're majoring in the minutia. So those are all some of the things just off the top of my head that I think are extremely important for you. You just need to adhere to something that you can stay consistent to and something that you enjoy. If I was to give you a meal plan, and on that meal plan it was 5 days and you just have to repeat that day after day after day after day after day, I will bet you $1,000 you do not sustain that after day 75, after day 132, after day 267, because you're going to travel, you're going to have work, you're going to have other things that allow you to be, that won't allow you to be flexible, and that's going to be the difficulty. You know, you're not going to be able to sustain it. So I'm not a huge fan of meal plans. I don't think that they work. I don't think that they teach you anything. And I think you can do better than that. So, you know, that's pretty much it right now off the top of my head. I hope that helped answer any questions. This is just me straight up live. Believe it or not, this is the second take. I only screwed up one time, and I've been able to get the dog to lay on the couch the whole time so she's not walking all over the floor. So I'm pretty impressed with that. If you have questions, drop them below. I guarantee you I missed something, so I do apologize. But feel free to ask questions. I'll answer them. So hopefully that will spark something from there. So much appreciated. If you need anything, let me know.